Before knowing the rules, first let us know the priorities of the functional group. Let us see the order of priority. We must learn this order to name a compound first. Carboxylic acid, sulfonic acid, ester, acyl halide, amide, cyanide, aldehyde, ketone, alcohol, amine, ether, alkene, alkyne, halide and nitro. Let us see the rules for writing the name of an organic compound. First rule is selection of parent chain. To understand this rule, let us see the example. Whenever we select a parent chain, it must be the longest chain. We must select the longest carbon chain to name the compound. Let us see this. If we take this one as parent chain, it is not the longest one. What is the longest possible chain in this example? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 number of carbons are present in this chain. Another chain, let us see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 number of carbons are present in this chain. This is 5, this is 6. Now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 carbons are present in this chain. So, the chain which we have to consider is this one, not this one. This is the right chain. All these methyl groups would be the substituents. The major parent chain will be this one. We must select the longest chain to name a compound. It will fail when a functional group like alkene, alkyne are present. When an unsaturation is present like this, let us consider this example. The longest chain would be this one, but this must not be taken as the parent chain. The parent chain is this one because it contains an unsaturation. Even though it contains 4 carbons and this chain contains 5 carbons, we must take this one because it contains an unsaturation. Or if any functional groups like carboxylic acid, aldehydes, if they are present, major functional groups are present, then we must select the chain containing the functional group, the longest chain containing the functional group, but not the longest chain of the compound. If it is like this, COOH, if it is like this, then also we must consider this chain only because it contains the functional group like carboxylic acid. If an aldehyde is present in place of this, then again we have to consider this one. The second rule is numbering of the parent chain. Let us consider this compound. The 2 possible numberings are given like this and the same substituents are present. So how can we number? Because same substituents are present, we cannot give priority to one because they are same. So let us check the lowest sum rule. The carbons which contain the substituents are given number 2 and 3. Let us add these both. 2 plus 3 equals 5. In the next one, the carbons containing functional groups got 3 and 4 numbers. So let us add 3 plus 4. 3 plus 4 equals 7. The numbering must be done such that the carbons containing the functional groups has the numbers whose sum is lowest. Here 2 possibilities are there. One sum is 7, the other's one sum is 5. Which is the lowest? This is the lowest. So this is the correct numbering but not this one. The numbering should be done according to this way. Let us see this example. Here 2 different functional groups are present. Which is the most prior functional group? Alcohol. As we studied in the previous order, alcohol is the most prior functional group. Then halide, or it is a chloride. So carbon containing the most prior substituent got the number 2. Whereas in this numbering, the carbon containing the most prior substituent got the number 3. So this is the correct one. The carbon containing the most prior substituent must get the least number. The third rule is rule of ending. Let us consider this example. So, two functional groups are present. One is carboxylic acid, the other one is alcohol. Now, which one must be used as a suffix and which one must be used as a prefix? The most priority functional group must be used in suffix. 2, 3. Let us see. 3 carbons are present, prop, and no double bond are present, propan. For alcohol, the suffix is all, propanol. But for the carboxylic acid, the suffix is oic acid, propanoic acid. What we have to do now? Let us check the priority of these both groups. Carboxylic acid group has more priority than alcoholic group. So the name of the carboxylic acid group must be given in suffix, whereas the name of the alcoholic group must be given in prefix. So propan, the suffix must be oic acid, propanoic acid. But we have to name the alcoholic group also, no? What is the prefix used for alcoholic group? Yes, it is hydroxy. Right, but where is the hydroxy group shown? That is 2-hydroxypropanoic acid. If the alcoholic group is present on third carbon, it would be 3-hydroxypropanoic acid. So, number of carbons present is 4 but, and here an unsaturation occurred. So, in the primary suffix, it would be ene. But where is the double bond present? It is associated to second, third carbon or third, fourth carbon. We don't know. So, we have to mention the position. We are coming in this order, no? 1, 2, 3, 4. We are naming in this order. So, we have to mention like this. Double bond is from this carbon to third carbon to fourth carbon. So, but 3-ene, but 3-ene, 1-al. First carbon is an aldehyde, but 3-ene, 1-al. There is no need to mention the number 1. Just for understanding sake, I have mentioned but 3-ene, 1-al. And we have to mention the name of the chlorine group also in the prefix. 2-chloro, but 3-ene, 1-al would be the name of the compound.
The fourth rule is rule of mentioning the position.
Now let us name this compound. Number of carbons present in the parent chain is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Pent would be the root word, and there is no double bond, pentane. Here no suffixes because there are no functional groups which are suitable for secondary suffixes. Pentane would be the name of the parent chain. We have to mention these both also. The mentioning of the substituents in the prefix must be done in alphabetical order. Check this. The name of this group is methyl. The name of this group is ethyl. Let us check the alphabetical order of the first letter in these both. E comes first in the alphabetical order than M. So, first we have to mention the name of this group. So, let us start. Ethyl. After that, methyl, pentane. But where are these ethyl group and methyl group present? The ethyl group is present on third carbon. So, 3-ethyl. The methyl group is present on second carbon. 2-methyl pentane. The fifth rule is writing the name of side chain if present. Let us see this example. Let us do the numbering from this side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. The numbering is done according to the lowest sum rule. Number of carbons present is 7. Root word will be hept. And the primary suffix would be "ane" because no unsaturation is present. Heptane. Because there are no functional groups which are suitable for the secondary suffix, we would write "e", heptane. Now we have to mention these side chains. So in the third carbon is bonded to this group. Let us consider this group 3. Here this carbon is bonded to the main chain. So we have to consider the longest chain in this one. So this is the longest chain, these two. And this would be the substituent of this side chain. So then first let us name the substituent like this. Number of carbons present in the parent chain is 2. So the root word will be "eth", and it is bonded to one methyl group. So 1 methyl 1 2, because it is bonded to other carbon, it must be given the number 1. The other one is number 2. So the name of this substituent will be 1 methyl, and this is an ethyl group because another one hydrogen is not present in it. So 1 methyl ethyl. Still it is having a vacant unfilled valency. So 1 methyl ethyl is the name of this substituent, heptane. So the name of this compound would be 3. We have to mention a bracket in it. We have to name this substituent 1 methyl ethyl. Close the bracket and start naming the other substituent. Next, the other substituent is methyl group. It is present on the 4th carbon. We have mentioned the position. Number of carbons is 7. Hept is the root word, and no unsaturation is present. So, ane. This is the end of nomenclature.